A colossal structure is taking shape in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, set to redefine the city's iconic skyline. The torch at 748th Avenue will rise to an impressive 325 meters. But it's not just its height that's turning heads. This architectural marvel will feature a luxury hotel, an observation deck with stunning views, and a drop ride that will plunge thrill seekers 90 meters through transparent tubes. Integrating such daring elements into a skyscraper presents unique technical challenges. How do you ensure the stability of a building while accommodating a ride that exerts massive forces at such a high altitude? The engineering team behind the torch had to devise innovative solutions, from designing a robust foundation that can support the towering structure to crafting a facade that reduces wind loads. What does it take to create a building that not only soars above the city, but also safely houses an adrenaline-pumping attraction? At 748th Avenue, nestled between West 45th and 46th Streets, in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, you'll find the site of a project that's set to redefine the New York skyline. But before we dive into what this project will become, let's rewind to its origins. Back in the early 2010s, this plot of land was little more than a collection of modest buildings and vacant lots. The original plan was straightforward: a 10-story office building, something functional but far from extraordinary. However, as the years passed and the ambitions of the developers grew, the project evolved. By 2022, what started as a modest office tower had transformed into something far more daring. A 52-story skyscraper that would rise 325 meters into the sky, complete with a hotel, observation decks, and an attraction that no one saw coming: a 90-meter drop ride. This was a bold statement of what modern architecture and engineering could achieve. The transformation was driven by a mix of opportunity and new zoning rules that allowed for more vertical growth in this part of the theater district. Instead of capping the building at a modest height, the developers decided to shoot for the stars, quite literally. The torch, as it's now called, will feature a design inspired by the Statue of Liberty, with a spiraling glass facade that reflects the city's ever-changing light. But what really sets this project apart isn't just its height or its prime location. It's the way it blends function with spectacle. The torch will house an 825-room hotel, offering guests views that sweep across the city from every angle. And at the very top, an open-air observation deck will provide thrill seekers with a ride that drops them through transparent tubes, offering a heart-stopping experience like no other. As the project rises from its foundations, every detail of its construction and design has been meticulously planned to ensure that it not only reaches the sky, but does so with precision and grace. To begin with, the foundation work is crucial. Given the scale of this project, a 325-meter tall skyscraper, getting the foundation right is paramount. The plot on 8th Avenue, though centrally located, presented its own set of challenges. The site is surrounded by existing buildings, including 3 low-rise structures that had to be preserved. This meant that the excavation process had to be carried out with extraordinary care, ensuring that the surrounding structures were not compromised. Engineers employed advanced techniques to brace these neighboring buildings, creating a stable environment for the excavation and subsequent foundation work. The foundation itself had to be exceptionally deep and robust, given the sheer weight and height of the torch. Tons of concrete were poured to create a solid base that could support the towering structure above. The foundation slab and perimeter walls were carefully formed, with rebar bundles meticulously positioned to strengthen the core and columns that would eventually rise from the ground. This phase of the construction was like laying the roots of a giant tree, ensuring that it could withstand the forces of nature and the weight of the building itself. As construction of the torch progressed above ground, the complexities of its structural engineering became more apparent and impressive. The building's design features a spiraling glass facade, a distinctive architectural element that isn't just about creating a striking visual identity. It's a critical aspect of the building's structural integrity and environmental performance. The spiraling design is achieved through a series of pleated reflective glass panels that wrap around the building. These panels are carefully angled to manage wind loads, which are a major concern for any skyscraper, particularly one of this height. The pleats in the glass create multiple surfaces that disrupt the flow of wind around the building, reducing the pressure that high-speed gusts can exert on the structure. This design minimizes the impact of wind forces, preventing the building from swaying excessively and ensuring the comfort and safety of its occupants. Moreover, the glass panels themselves are not just standard reflective glass. They're engineered with a specific coating that reflects solar radiation. This reflective quality reduces the amount of heat that enters the building, lowering the demand for air conditioning and contributing to the overall energy efficiency of the torch. By reflecting sunlight, the glass also creates a shimmering effect, causing the building's appearance to change throughout the day as the angle of the sun shifts. This dynamic facade enhances the aesthetic appeal of the building and plays a key role in its environmental performance. Interspersed within the spiraling glass facade are green spaces, terraces, and gardens that bring a touch of nature into the urban environment. These green areas are more than decorative, they are integrated into the building's sustainability strategy. The plants help to absorb carbon dioxide, reduce the urban heat island effect, and provide insulation, further enhancing the building's energy efficiency. Additionally, these green spaces contribute to the well-being of the occupants, offering natural surroundings within a high-rise structure. The core of the building is another critical element. Located on the western end of the lot, the core houses the elevator shafts, staircases, and other mechanical systems that are essential for the building's operation. The core is the backbone of the torch, providing structural support and serving as the central hub for all the building's vertical transportation. The design of the core had to be robust enough to support the entire height of the building, while also being efficient in its use of space. As the torch ascends, the construction team confronts the critical challenge of ensuring structural stability while accommodating the building's impressive height. To address this, the design incorporates a series of strategic setbacks, where the building's mass is incrementally reduced as it rises. These setbacks are not merely aesthetic choices, they play a vital role in optimizing the building's structural integrity. By stepping back the upper floors, the design effectively lowers the building's center of gravity, which enhances stability and minimizes the torsional forces generated by high winds. This technique, known as tiered construction or setback design, has been successfully employed in other super tall structures worldwide. However, in the case of the torch, these setbacks are integrated with a refined approach, balancing form and function seamlessly. One of the most striking features of the torch is the 90-meter drop ride that will be installed near the top of the building. This ride adds an element of excitement to the project, but also introduces additional engineering challenges. The ride will be enclosed in transparent tubes that run along the exterior of the building. These tubes had to be designed to withstand not only the forces generated by the ride itself, but also the environmental factors at such a high altitude. Engineers worked closely with ride designers to ensure that the structure could safely support the ride without compromising the building's overall stability. The ride's transparent tubes will be made of high-strength materials designed to give riders a thrilling experience while providing them with stunning views of New York City. The engineering behind this feature is complex, involving precise calculations to ensure that the ride operates smoothly and safely at all times. The project is slated for completion in mid-2027, but the result will be worth it. A new icon in the New York City skyline, a beacon of innovation and ambition. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible project, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on notifications for more updates on the world's most fascinating architectural endeavors.